James, first of all, anybody back from injury and available for the Halifax game?
No, we're very much where we are. We knew that going into these last few weeks of the season. Lads are trained really well. We're obviously in positive spirits after that result against Dagenham.
So how are Gavin Gunning and Curtis Weston in terms of managing the issues that they've got?
Yeah, they were sore, but they've come into training at the back end of the week. We planned for that, so nothing untoward has happened other than what we thought would be the case with them two, and they're ready for tomorrow.
Have the sort of 2 full weeks between games really sort of helped them to manage it and keep on top of what they've got?
Yeah, if the game was Tuesday, they would have been struggling. So it has been a blessing that we've had a little break from the midweek games. But I think we deserved a little break, considering the 3 months. So, like I said before, the couple of weeks, it's a good thing for us that the games are Saturday.
I mean, in terms of those two, and like Taylor and Carline, what does it say about all of them that they're prepared to play when they're not? I know nobody's 100% fit at this stage of the season, but having various issues and their commitment to the cause.
Yeah, so it's always good to hear and see that commitment. I think the players, I alluded to that after the game on Saturday, how much effort they put into the performance, and it was probably an equal measure from the support from the stands and also from the outside, the ones that didn't get tickets, the supporters. I think that the players match that passion, and that's always important, especially going into these types of games.
How proud are you of everyone connected with the club in terms of how it went last weekend, both on and off the pitch, with the return of fans and the way the game panned out?
Yeah, super proud. Obviously, emotions are running high after the game. When I spoke, I thanked the board and obviously the supporters, etc. But I missed out the volunteers who have been outstanding to get the ground in the condition it was, and the stewards on the day were magnificent. I thought the organisation of the day was superb. It couldn't have gone any better, and obviously the result is the cherry on the cake.
You came into the club clearly with the community trust having taken over and talked a lot about community and focus, as we have done all the way through the last months, but I suppose last Saturday was just a real epitome of all that coming together.
Yeah, it's greater than the result. The result's massive for us, of course, but the day was about camaraderie, bringing people back together. It's been a long time since they've been able to see their team play, and that can be the centre point of a lot of people in this community, and the football club is the centre point of that. So it was important that the day run smoothly. They got a chance to cheer on their team, and I'm sure that will do a lot of people a lot of good going forward in the coming months.
Has it whetted your appetite for a full Technique stadium?
Yes, but it sounded like it was full. That was and a lot of the players that have been here for quite a period of time, Tom, Will, etc., they're commenting saying they've never heard it so loud. So it's credit to the supporters that are present, but also shows the support this team's got, and there's a real relationship being built there, I think, from the players and the board and the supporters.
3-3 for Danny Rowe now, hitting a nice little bit of form towards the end of the season. Has he added what you hoped he'd add to the squad?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect any less from him. It's going to take some time. Any player settling in. I also think Manny's taken a few games to really show his true potential. I think now, in the last couple of games especially, he's really showing the all-round midfielder that he is.
In terms of Danny and obviously the penalty last weekend, especially with some of the histrionics around it, which I've been reading about, I mean, that bodes well for the big occasion, doesn't it, when somebody can step up and deal with that kind of pressure?
Yeah, it's going to be like that tomorrow. We're the away side. We've obviously got no away fans in. So we need to make sure we take our moments, and we'll definitely have moments in the game. If you look at the game, that the reverse fixture here, how that ended 2-1, I'll never know. Obviously, we were by far the better team. So we just got to make sure we try and perform at the same levels against that same opposition, and I'm sure they won't strike lucky twice.
Well, I was going to say, does the fact that they came to the Technique and won't give them any kind of psychological edge going into this weekend?
No, because if you look at the game, I mean, I think they had 6 shots, we had 20. I think they only got in our final third 30 times. We got on theirs 75. So any other game, any other occasion, we'd win that comfortably. It just wasn't meant to be. I guess you can say they took their moments, their minimal moments in the game. But we'll have moments tomorrow, and we're going to make sure that we're as ruthless as what we were on Saturday.
I mean, Pete Wild said he wants to make their fans to make the Shay intimidating for your players. Mentality needs to be right, doesn't it, in facing a partisan crowd?
Yeah, but we're not going to Anfield. We're going to the Shays. No disrespect. So I'm sure, with the players and we've got in the group, I think they can more than handle that, considering the careers they've had.
Are these the games and sort of memories in football that you want to be involved in, that you get into the game for?
Of course, it's this is what we do it for, isn't it? And if they win, if they beat us, they still need to rely on other results. So they've got a very, very slim chance, haven't they, of getting the playoffs. We're obviously in there. We're the target. Obviously, there's 3 teams wanting to finish above us, but we've got to look after ourselves. We know that it is in our hands. If we can get the result that we want, a positive result, then we would have made the playoffs. But I keep saying it, there's no point making the playoffs. That's not an achievement. No, it's a marker. Okay, we've gone from 23rd to 7th or 6th, wherever we finish. That's great. But it's about promotion. It's not about playoffs. Everyone seems to be obsessed about the playoffs. Yes, we want to get in there, but we need to win 4 games to get promoted. That's how I look at it.
Does it help that Halifax have to win the game in terms of how the game will be played and how it could pan out tomorrow?
Maybe, potentially. It depends. It depends how it does map out the game. But I think that looking at the reverse fixture, considering their form recently, etc., I think we'll have a lot of the ball. I think that we'll have a lot of the territory. It's a case of making sure that we stop the counter-attacks best we can and make sure our second barrier when we're landing on things is positive, and making sure when we get in the areas like we were last Saturday that we're positive ourselves with dribbles, deliveries, shots. I was really pleased with our performance against Dagenham, and hopefully that'll give us the confidence we need going into this one tomorrow.
Because clearly a draw could be enough for you to make it into the top 7, but that, I imagine, is dangerous thinking. Yeah,
we won't be thinking about that. We go into every game trying to win. We'll never go into a game with any other mentality. We've got a strong group here, strong characters. And I think Gunning and Weston coming back into the group last Saturday, our leaders coming back into the starting 11 helped a lot.
I mean, you're not neutral, clearly, but what a climax to the regular season with 2 points separating 5 teams.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's exciting for everybody, all the neutrals as well. Keeps the division alive on the last game of the season, and what we're going to make sure is that the occasion doesn't pass us by. I have no doubts that we'll be ready and firing ready 12:30 tomorrow.
I mean, if someone had offered you a chance to get into the top 7 with your fate in your own hands on the final day of the season when you came in, I imagine you'd have snapped the hands off.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to disrespect the game tomorrow. It's a bonus game for us in terms of no one expected us to be here. We've come from obviously 2 lowly positions in the last 2 years and a lowly position when I took over. So this game is really a bonus one. But you don't want opportunities like this to pass you by in football as an individual and as a collective club. So we know what the importance of the game. But also got to remember that obviously Halifax, they're under major pressure because last year they finished 6th, so this would be seen as a failure for them if they were to finish out of the playoffs. So we've got to make sure we manage that testosterone at the start of the game where they're going to come out firing. I'm sure we can. And if we stick to the game plan, I'm sure that we'll have moments to win the game.
Plenty of fighting talk, James. So you and the players sound like you're well up for this one.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But, if you need motivating for this one, you're not in the right game.
Brilliant. Good luck, James.
Thank you.
Good morning, James.
Morning.
First of all, congratulations on the news of birth of your son.
Thank you, Liam. Yes, it's been a good week. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have bags under my eyes after the game tomorrow.
Is he fit for tomorrow? Can he play?
Well, you say that. If we could be struggling up front, might get him up there next to Danny Rowe.
Great stuff. Given that, then would it just cap off a wonderful week for yourself if you were to achieve a playoff place tomorrow? Then.
Yes, but it's human nature to always want one more. So you always want the next thing. So if we get in the playoffs, then you get promoted. Then everyone wants to win the league too. we've got to be realistic about it. It's we're in a good position, but we want to finish the season off, and that would be promotion, not playoffs, promotion. So we need to win 4. It's a big ask, but we won 6 on the bounce before on 2 occasions this season since I've been here, so it's not under the realms of reality.
What type of game are you expecting tomorrow? Do you expect it to be a nervy occasion?
I don't. I think it'll be a fiery occasion. I think it'll be. I'm sure it'll be a good game. We have to respect that they're a team that got in the playoffs last year, and they've got experience running through their team. We've got experience, so I'm sure it'll be a good game, an open game. I think 2 technical teams, but like we did here, we managed the ball, we dominated the possession and dominated the space as the game went on. I expect that'll be the same tomorrow.
What did you learn from that reverse fixture just a month or so ago that you might be able to take into tomorrow?
Well, I always focus on the performances, so take the emotion out of it. What does the performance look like? What was the ball position to score? What was their ball position to score? And theirs were minimal, and we really created chances, and we to score 1 in a game and concede 2 was disappointing from that performance. But we've got to make sure we stop the counter-attack a little bit better. First half they countered on us a little bit too much, but other than that, the game panned out like most games had this season since I've been here, that we really were in the opposition half. We were trying to create chances and score goals.
Obviously, it's in your own hands. You know that a win will secure you a playoff place, but will there be anybody on the bench keeping an eye on scores elsewhere?
Possibly.
In terms of the fans then, is that something that you'll have to prepare for or manage? How do you go about that having no away fans in there?
I understand why you're asking that question, and yeah, it's unusual not to have away fans. However, the group's played in front of a lot bigger crowds than what will be there present tomorrow. Just play the game, not the occasion, is very important, and I don't need to say that to the players. I fully trust them. Got experience of players playing in playoff games, title-winning teams, etc., at a higher level than this. So I'm sure we'll be able to handle it as a group. We've just got to cut the emotion out and make sure we hit the performance objectives, which I'm sure we will.
And given the injuries that you've had to cope with over the last sort of few weeks and months, will it be an even better achievement if you do get in there?
Promotion will be. Playoffs, yes, it's, as I said, it's a marker, but you're getting into the playoffs to get promotion. We can only worry about that, obviously, after the game, the midday game on Saturday. We've got to make sure we get this one done, if we can. Try our maximum for the club and for all the supporters to get the result back, and then look forward and can we win 3 after this one tomorrow.
Are you looking forward to it?
I am. I was looking forward to the game Saturday. It didn't disappoint. I said it'll be a good game. It really was, and Dagenham played their part. Looking back on the game, I think we played even better than I thought. We really did play well last Saturday, back to our normal selves. But I think there's no coincidence that we got our leaders back into the team. We played a lot of energy, created lots of opportunities. Shouldn't have been 1-1 at half-time. But to come out, continue that momentum in the performance and grind a goal out in the 83rd minute, got to be pleased with that. So we've got to make sure we hit those performance levels tomorrow to give ourselves a chance of winning.